Hi, it's Leslie here. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Logitech Solar K750 keyboard. Now, I used to like this keyboard very much, and in the past I've given it like a 5-star review. You know, it's a great keyboard because it's thin. Well, let's just say I used to think it was a great keyboard because it's thin and solar powered and wireless. Okay, but I don't actually like it anymore, and I'll be changing, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, the first thing that happened with this keyboard, I've had 3 or 4 of these. I've lost count. I think I've had 3 or 4. Here's another one here, just to prove I'm not, there's 2 of them. I had a white one before, a Spanish one, and they all stop working eventually. That's one reason. When they stop working, what happens is some of the keys stop working, but not all. So it's not like you almost feel guilty for throwing the thing out. What happens is literally the F, U keys don't work anymore. F and U. Also, when the battery's very low, when it's running out, it's like the keyboard permanently presses the control key. So it's a nightmare. I did on this one keyboard try to replace the battery, and I do have one somewhere around here. So I got this replacement battery, little rechargeable one, ML2032, I think it is. It didn't work for me. So, okay. So it didn't work, and I've been very frustrated by this keyboard now because of the keys not working. I'll explain some other things, what I don't like about it. Okay, design-wise, it's okay. It looks good. The keys are a little bit concave. Trouble is, there's several problems with it. Okay, there's about 3 or 4 problems with it. First one, what will I talk about first? First off, there's no lights on it, so you can't see at night. That's not such a big deal because it's solar powered. Second problem is the lifespan of the thing. It only lasts maybe, this one has only lasted me 6 months. It's not at all waterproof. If you spill 1 drop of coffee on this, or 1 drop of tea, end of keyboard. Forget it. It's dead. That's what happened to this one. I'll tell you what happened. I was actually Windexing my screen. Windexing, spray. I put too much on. 1 drop of Windex went in there and killed the keyboard. 1 drop. And I thought it was so little, I didn't panic and get it off straight away. 1 drop. And before that, it was 1 drop of tea. Okay, so this is the worst keyboard in the world for liquid resistance. So please make it more water resistant. That's the first thing. Second thing, make the battery bigger. That doesn't last me. I work all night long. I don't have any sun in here, It's got to have a bigger reserve battery. So what I'm actually going to do with this one now is I'm going to hack it, and I'm going to take this battery from this phone, this dead HTC One X phone. I'm going to take this battery, flat one, lithium polymer, and I'm going to literally stick it on the back and hack the thing and have a bit more reserve battery capacity. That's what I think you need to do over there at Logitech. Make the battery bigger, right? So it can last, 2 weeks without any light. It needs to have a bigger battery. That's ridiculous size battery, okay? That's the other thing. So there's no lights on the keyboard, and if you had a bigger battery, you'd probably be able to put lights on the keyboard. All right, that's not such a big deal. The liquid resistance, you got to make it more resilient. You got to make it more. You can't have a keyboard where 1 drop of Windex goes into it and it stops working. $150 keyboard, right? Or whatever it costs here. The keys are not that concave. It's not the noisiest keyboard in the world, but it's not the quietest either. So, for example, my mum is using a Acer laptop. I think it's an Acer S7. It's a really thin one with glass on the back. You'll know it probably. That has a quiet keyboard. That keyboard is good, right? This keyboard, you can hear it. So make it quieter. It needs to be quieter than that. It's not really great. The next thing is one of the things I found is I'm actually learning some languages, okay? And I'm learning Russian. I can't stick my Russian stickers on this keyboard. They'll stick the stickers, but the letters are in the middle of the keys. See that? You see what I'm talking about? The letters are smack bang in the middle of the keys. Now, if you look at a laptop, many laptops, my Sony laptop, have the key, the letters and the numbers at the top left. And so what that means is you can get stickers, and I know it sounds cruddy, but they actually work. You get stickers and you stick them on every little letter, and they appear at the bottom right, and you can get Cyrillic on your keyboard. And so then you have two languages. So that's the other thing with this, you can't put any stickers on it. So I'm actually I'm fed up with the wireless bullshit, and I'm going back to a wired keyboard. I've been very happy with my wired mouse over here. I'm done with Wi-Fi, all right? So the thing with this is it needs to be more language friendly. How many people in the world speak a second language? There's like billions of us, right? So if you speak Japanese or Arabic or whatever, and you want to have two sets of things on this, you can't really do it. You have to go and buy the original keyboard. There's some bastard on eBay selling this keyboard in Russian, and he's charging like $250 for it. American, I think. I don't know. It's just crazy. So if I want to go into a Logitech store or any store in Australia, I should be able to buy any language keyboard that I want. I should be able to go in there and say, you know, I want an Italian keyboard, or I want a Spanish keyboard, or I want a Russian keyboard. I would have liked to have a Russian version of this keyboard, but it's too late now. I'm done with this keyboard. It sucks. It actually sucks. This keyboard sucks now. So the other reason it sucks, it does come in an eco packaging, I think, from memory. It does come in a cardboard surround. It I think it didn't come in a plastic bag, so that was good. But the thing can't be dismantled. I tried with the first one to dry it, and that was ridiculous. I tried to pull that off, and it wasn't going back together again because you've glued the thing together over there at Logitech. You've just stuck the fucking thing with glue. Now, just to give you a bit of idea about my background, I'm a material scientist with some design qualifications in graphic design and illustration, and I've always been interested in product design. And in fact, I was more interested in product design than materials. And so I've been looking at products like this for 20 years, you know, and seeing, just in the back of my mind, looking at things with the eyes of a designer. So these days, it's not good enough when you have something that can't be repaired, or it can't be disassembled even to clean it. It's very bad. I mean, this wouldn't be very popular in Sweden or somewhere like that. What about when it comes to end of life and I want to recycle this thing? What do I do with it? This has become e-waste. The solar panels can't be salvaged on it. You know, you've got to just throw it in the bin. And that today, it's nearly 2020, and people have to start waking up a bit more. It should not be this way. It shouldn't be stuck together with that whole surface there, literally stuck on with glue. Glue is not a material, it's an adhesive. It's glue. It's not good enough. It has to be. Find some other way of doing it. You know, find little screws or something. I would be prepared to trade a bit of thickness I don't care if it's only going to be whatever thickness it is. Maybe, I don't know. But I now look at things to see whether they're dismantleable. They can be dismantled or not. For example, I was looking at buying the Windows Surface 2 laptop, right? That was the one I'd narrowed it down to. What did I do? I went and looked up the thing about it. I looked up whether it could be dismantled or whether you could upgrade the SSD in it or the memory. You can't. Everything's soldered on. That's not so bad. But you can't even get to the inside of it, the Windows laptop, right? They have that Alcantara fabric on the top. They've dismantled it. I think it was at iFixit. Some site gave it 0 out of 10, the Windows laptop. This is very similar. I give this 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 for repairability and dismantleability, because the only thing you can do on it is unplug that battery and stick in another one, and that didn't work for me. I bought a thing for it. I was very disappointed when I put in that battery and it didn't work. What else? Other than that, it looks good. It's black. I like the black version better than the white version. But it's got to be quieter. It's got to be more liquid resistant. It's got to have a longer battery. It's got to have the letters up on the left-hand side so you can put stickers on the thing. You got to have more availability of foreign languages in all cities around the world. That's what I would be doing if I was working at Logitech and I was the manager. I would be saying, well, yes, you can order a keyboard with us